Welcome to Peri-Pigs, the podcast where two perimenopausal besties, Veronica Pig and Penelope Pig, survive hot flushes, brain fog and midlife mayhem together, one oink at a time.
So if you've laughed, cried or screamed at absolutely nothing this week, you're in the right sty. Let's oink about it. Hello everybody, welcome to the sty.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
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 Hello, hello, hello.
Oinky oink.
Oink, oink.
Oinky oink and welcome to the sty, everybody. So I'm thinking today I would like to mix things up a little bit, Penelope Pig. And I was obviously doing my usual research in the week of unusual symptoms of the old peri and the pause and odd things that happen to people that aren't necessarily the norm. So you've got your hot sweats and you've got your brain fog, and we all know about those. But there's some slightly more unusual ones that not everyone gets, or they perhaps put it down to different things. So I have got a list here, and I'm sitting opposite you today. So usually we're on the sofa, aren't we, together?
Side by side.
Side by side. But I feel like I'm very much interviewing you today.
I am in an interview, yeah.
Yeah.
Bring it on, Oprah.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's go
let's
for
go
it.
Oprah.
So yeah, I'm gonna call myself Dr. Veronica Pig today, as if you're my patient, and I'm gonna just see how many of these unusual symptoms that you have. So, first one, do you now cry at adverts that you never used to cry at?
No, I don't think I do. I don't like sad adverts. You know when you get the ones where it comes on about a donkey that's being abused, or a dog or a cat, or even the ones when they show of like the poor children that have got the horrible problems with their eyes and stuff. I don't cry, but I have to turn it off. I get too emotionally attached to things, so I do avoidance rather than tears.
Is that just you as a person, or is that through Peri though? Have you got worse at that?
I think I've got worse.
Okay, so next one, that was a bit of an open question.
Okay.
These are probably a little bit more quick fire. Heart palpitations.
I have had. Don't have them now, but yes, I have had that.
Did you go to the doctor about it and they said it was down to Peri?
No.
Okay. Dry mouth?
Not because of Peri, no.
Burning mouth or metallic taste?
I've had the metallic taste, yes, but not the burning mouth.
Interesting. Is the metallic taste all the time? Or
No,
is it
it's
just
now and again, and I liken it to like a blood sort of taste. It's really weird. Yeah, I've had that.
I think I read that's the sort of thing. Okay, well, yeah, that is a metallic taste blood, isn't it? So, okay. Itching skin?
No, I've never really suffered with that.
I get itching skin.
Do you?
Yeah, that's one of my... And itchy ears in my ears.
I've seen a lot about itchy ears, but again, yeah, I've not had it.
Electric shock on skin?
No.
No. Change in body odour?
Well, yes, my onion hair, as we talked about in last week's episode.
Okay. Phantom body odour? So where you think that you smell, but you don't?
Probably yes, because I have the targeted sweats of the pits and the feet, don't I?
Okay. Sensitivity to smells, so...
100%, yes.
Yeah, so things like, like cooking smells?
Cooking
or
smells, people smells, dog fart smells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the cats fart?
If they do, they're silent and
violent.
They're silent and smell free. Yeah, they must fart.
Oh, wow.
Surely
Yeah.
every living being must fart. We'll look that up.
With every... Oh, sorry, I'm already going completely off topic here, but you said if every living being farts, do things like an ant...
Do you know what's so weird?
Gas?
And this is another thing that's going to go off topic, where we talk about how in tune we are. My question was going to be, but I stopped myself saying it because it was stupid, was do ants fart?
Yeah.
And then you've just said it. Carry on with the questions. I'm going to Google.
Yeah, already completely digressed from that. Dizziness or vertigo?
I've had dizziness, yeah, not vertigo. Like if I get up, I have dizziness. And we've both said that we've got very low blood pressure. Now, I don't know if that's a Peri thing or if it's just us, but that can make me dizzy.
Okay. Dry, irritated eyes?
Yes.
Tingling, numbness or prickling sensations in arms, legs, hands or feet?
Yes, definitely.
Buzzing or vibrating, an internal feeling of buzzing or vibrating?
Yes.
Wow.
Overstimulation, definitely.
altered spatial awareness.
Altered
I'll get it
speech,
out.
I thought you were going to say
Let me start
then.
again. Altered spatial awareness, increased clumsiness or difficulty with depth perception.
Definitely have the clumsiness. That comes in waves over like the month, and I can have like the dropsies really badly when I get really angry.
Yes, we've spoken about this
dropping
previously.
things,
Yes.
yeah.
So the one where I've noticed this the most is with driving. My depth perception is just not there anymore, and I can't tell the width. You know, you learn the width of your car.
Yeah.
I really, really struggle. Today, we went out today, and where I was parallel parking, and then I had to get back in the car and go, no, I'm way off the curb.
Yeah.
Because that
Like your
just not
spatial
there.
awareness.
Yeah. So that's a big one for me. Urinary urgency.
Yes. I wee a lot.
So you've always been a bit of a weeer.
I've always been a bit of a weeer. I once thought that I maybe had some problem like diabetes. I used to wee a lot, and I do, but I have to wee more now. Like when I have to go, I have to go.
Okay, so yeah, you're checking a lot of these off. Sensitive teeth and gums.
Again, cyclically throughout the month, I do get like sensitive gums.
Okay. And last one, digestive discomfort, unexplained bloating, gas or changes in bowel habits.
Yes.
Okay, so after that, as Dr. Veronica Pig, my diagnosis is you're a peri-pig.
I'm a peri-pig.
Yeah, I'm sorry to deliver
tick,
this
tick,
news.
tick.
Yeah,
Shocker.
that was a lot of yeses to that. But yeah, some of them, I think stuff like the heart palpitations, the dry mouth. I know people know about itching skin, the electric shock on the skin. Like I've not had that one, but that's quite an interesting. Those are things you could so easily put down to other stuff, couldn't you? But yeah, I just thought that was really interesting.
It'd be really good to know what weird symptoms does everybody else have. Like, it'd be really interesting to know, like, what's the super weird symptom that you had that you haven't necessarily thought is related, but now you think about it.
Yeah.
I have like a monthly nosebleed, for example.
Yes, you do.
Don't know where that comes from. It definitely happens. It's monthly. I'm certain that it's linked. Yeah, drop us some comments, people. Like, what's the weirdest symptom or the weirdest thing that you've got that you've realised on reflection is to do with your peri-state?
Yeah. Or, other things like changes in taste as well. I think we spoke about this
that
before,
yeah.
like food textures and tastes and stuff. I think that's definitely changed for me. So, yeah, very interested to know
Very,
all
very
of your weird
interesting.
symptoms, please. That would be very, very good to know.
Just in response to what we were talking about around ants, I would just like to confirm that, yes, ants can produce and release gas, which is considered as a form of flatulence, as they do possess a gut and gut microbes that produce gases like methane and hydrogen. So, yeah, if you've got a digestive system, you've got to let that gas out, people.
Wow. With your extra smell sensitivity, you'll probably start smelling them next.
I probably will, won't I?
So going, as an ant just farted around here, I can smell it, I can smell
I
it.
can smell an ant, I can smell it. So on these changes then,
Yes.
so you're a Q&A-er, so you like to ask these questions. I'm an observer.
You are.
So
are you observing me
observe.
now?
I've been observing you, and I mentioned this to you earlier on and thought, no, I'm not gonna tell you about this until we get on the pod to have a conversation about it. Because I observe you, and it's when you're in love with someone, like we're in love with each other, as a pair of pigs, people's little things are endearing, aren't they?
Yeah.
So there's so many little things that you do that are endearing, and they make me smile because you never used to do them. And I'm like, what's happened to you? Like,
So I need examples.
you're a fusser. You've become this fusser, haven't you? Like, I think in your 40s.
I can't deny it because
No.
I've always been, out of the two of us, I was the more chilled one.
You were more chilled. Things didn't really bother you so much. I was always the one that was more of a fusser, and little things would maybe irritate me, so I'd have to do something with them. Do you remember, like, whenever I would come round and we'd have our takeaway or our dinner, I would be the one that would take our plates and trays out to the kitchen because I can't bear it when they just get put on the side. I was probably the really tidy one that had to put things away, and I've got less like that, whereas you've got more hyper fuss, definitely. This is not a criticism, by the way, it's an observation. I wish you could all see her little face right now. She's probably going to cry.
No, I know it's all true, but I don't know if some of it's like, if I was just here on my own, Would I be fussing that much? Probably not. It's like if you've kind of got, and I can't really call you a guest because it's like it's just you. You're practically
but you like to make things nice for me. You like this is my retreat, isn't it?
Yes.
So there's a certain standard to be expected when I come round because it's
yeah.
like my calm, happy place.
But I'm definitely more of a fusser. Like any outings, events that we're doing, I'm the researcher now, and I
researcher,
so
organizer. I think things like when you were putting the napkin on the tray earlier. That was just making me laugh.
Yeah.
Because it's not the fact that you've put the napkin on the tray; it's the precision around how you've opened it up and you've put it on with precision and you've flattened it out, and it's like it just cracks me up.
I'll be getting doilies next.
You will be getting doilies, and you know how again, this is all endearing and it's not a criticism, and don't go changing ever. You know, like how you like to put the blankets and the towels down for the dogs, which I totally get and I agree with because I do things like this for the cats. But the minute it crumples, you can see you're looking at it thinking, I can't. You have to go and straighten it immediately. It's like you're so impulsive, like you have to do these things, and it's just alien. It's so funny. It's like this. You were talking about this, not heartburn, this heightened sensory overload all the time. Like everything, you need to get everything just to be. Yes, it's fascinating.
So, well, this is where. Obviously, I was never a pig before. This is part of being a pig. This is part of a peri-pig I've become that little bit more over the top with things that... It's weird, isn't it? Because those sort of things don't matter, and I wouldn't have been bothered about those things before. But then other things in life, bigger things like caring about what people think so much.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's the opposite. Like, you don't care as much about what people... You don't feel like you need to be liked as much or impress people as much. And maybe that's just an age thing in general where you kind of get that inner confidence a bit, or you lay boundaries. We always talk about this, don't we? Like you have boundaries with people, perhaps friends in your life that don't treat you that well or don't make you feel that good, and like moving on from those people because they bring nothing to your life. That's sort of something I feel like talking to friends and stuff, that other people have had that similar experience where they go, I ain't putting up with that anymore. And you walk away. Whereas perhaps when maybe in your 20s or something, you do put up with a lot of rubbish.
You don't want to fall out with people. So you just go, you make excuses for people because you don't, when you're younger, you just think, you're more naive and you think to yourself, that person... No, they don't mean it, or you can't fathom that somebody that's your friend would be like that or not care. Yeah. I get it. And even for people that are your good friends, I've got friends now and they're my really, really good friends and I love them dearly and I like spending time with them and I like seeing them. But I used to put other people in front of my own needs. So to my expense, I would agree to go out to things to appease other people and then think, I don't want to go, not because I don't want to see them, not because I don't want to spend time with people, but I'm tired, or I'm, like we've said, you're just in that mood where you're not feeling people-y.
Yeah.
Whereas now, I will quite happily say, I'm not available.
Or just no. Or just no.
And it doesn't, I don't have to make an excuse.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm not available. Because sometimes I just want there to be nothing in my diary at a weekend. I want to chill.
You need the peace.
You need the peace. You've got to have some recharging. We were talking about that battery being empty, weren't we, last time? And how you've only got so much energy for a day for work and lifing. It's like that is in general.
Yeah. Or fucks to give. So it's like, I can't remember where I saw this or read it or heard it, but I think it was a book I read, and this person was saying, they believe that like you're born with your ovaries, for example, and you have a certain amount of eggs in those ovaries.
Yeah.
They're like, you're born with a certain amount of fucks, right? So you've got a certain amount of fucks to give. And then so as you go through your life, you use up a lot of those fucks on people. Stick with me on this one. So you use up a lot of your fucks. So as you get older, you realise, actually, I haven't got that many left in the bank here.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to just give out my fucks to give, and I'm going to reserve those for the more important things in life. So I'm going to spend them wisely rather than just worrying and caring about all of these things or people or situations and stuff that don't matter. And when you I felt like when you think of it like that, that's a really good way. It's not you being selfish. It's not you not wanting to have fun or anything like that. Actually, I don't give a fuck. I need to look after me right now and I just need to do me, and you either accept that or you don't. And that's quite empowering, isn't it?
And real friends should accept that, and a lot of them do. I think, again, talking about what we were talking about last week, some people, if they don't feel that way themselves, they cannot understand other people. You've got people in life, I'm very much like, I like this, do you like this? Yes, in most senses, you will always like what I like and don't like what I don't like. That's just how we are. But if I like one thing and you like the other, that's absolutely fine. There's no right or wrong in that at all. I may not like the same thing as you, but I don't find it weird that you like it. Does that make sense? Whereas some people, they just can't grasp that just because they want to be out all the time, or they want to do this, or they want to be here, they can't grasp that my in-laws are like that. They love being off all over the place, here, there and everywhere. They love being round people. They like all these big family get-togethers. That's not my bag. That's not my husband's bag. We're just not down with that. It doesn't mean we don't like the family or people. That's just not our cup of tea.
It's just not your bag. Yeah,
it's just
get
not our
that.
thing.
Yeah.
And you can see that they just cannot grasp or understand why.
Yeah.
And it's almost like, you need to. No, we don't need to. Like, we just don't want to. It's just not how we want to spend our time.
Yeah.
That limited, precious time.
Exactly. Yeah, and you've got to spend it wisely whilst you can remain awake for it as well.
Indeed.
Because being tired all the time, you have to work out your social calendar very carefully.
You do, because then when you are
time.
going to be wide awake and enjoy yourself, you want to be doing the things you really, really want to be doing.
Exactly.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
We can be selfish.
I think it's like those random things. Years ago, I was always out. To think about it now, going out midweek, and it'd be stuff like a pub
After
quiz.
work?
I know.
After dinner?
Ew. Yes. It's pyjama time and up
Go
to
out
bed,
after
isn't it?
dinner.
Exactly. The only thing that keeps me awake at the moment is maths on the TV, because I know that 7:30 till 9, Monday to Thursday, that's my evening. And that's all I'm going to be doing. And then after that, I'm up to bed. Even going out, dare I say, drinking midweek. We used to do that.
Unheard of. Unheard of.
And I just think it's not that, it's just you've been there, done that as well. And that the excitement over those things dwindles a little bit and your tastes change, don't they? And my joy is from sitting down in front of the telly with a decaf cup of tea, perhaps a little treat.
Because you're
a little Kit Kat.
Because you're relaxing, and like we said, we don't get much time to relax. And I think when you're saying about how that's what you used to like doing, that was probably when you were 15, 20 years younger.
Yeah.
That's when you were single. So actually, being at home, sat on your own all evening, every evening is a bit boring.
Yes.
And a bit lonely.
Yeah.
So that's when you'd be like, okay, I want to go to the pub because with those friends, and you'd find things. I used to get the opposite. I'd get anxious if I could see my weekend was empty. Well, I don't want to spend the weekend on my own. Whereas now, I crave. Yeah. I absolutely crave. And somebody will say to me, let's meet up, let's catch up, and when can you do? And I look at my diary and I think, I don't want to say that Saturday. I just don't want to say it. I can see it's free, but I don't want to give it up.
Please leave me alone.
Please don't suggest that weekend, because I just want it to be free. It doesn't mean I won't do anything that weekend when it comes around. I might be spontaneous, but sometimes I just don't want plans. It gets overwhelming. Yeah. I get overwhelmed.
And that's it. It's the overwhelm, isn't it? That's what hits you in the old Peri is you get overwhelmed very easily, or overly anxious about something, overly worried. So going back to if you've got limited fucks to give, you just have to avoid those situations. So don't put the plan in place.
But I don't feel bad about that now. But years ago, I would agree to doing something and then stress about it. Whereas now, I just don't agree to do it.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah, that's the empowering
with honesty.
bit.
With honesty.
Yeah,
and I would
sure
always recommend that to everyone. Don't lie. Don't make up a lie about why you can't do something. Whether you're deciding in advance you don't want to do it, or whether you get to the day and you don't want to do it. Don't lie to people. Just say, I can't, or I'm unable to, or I don't want to.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I haven't got the energy.
You don't... Yes.
Would love to do X, Y and Z.
Not feeling great today.
Time. Yeah. And that's fine.
And that's what I'll say.
And I think if you're in the club, if you're in the sty, then we'll all get that. We'll all get it, won't we?
I've got different people. Some people I don't bat an eyelid, and I find it really, really easy to say to them, do you know what, do you mind if we don't do today? I'm really tired. And they'll be like, yeah, absolutely fine, not a problem. And sometimes they'll go, do you know what, that's fine, because I'm really tired too.
Yeah.
And you get other people, which are the ones that you think, oh God, they're going to get really shitty and they're not going to like it if I let them down last minute. Yeah.
So I think we always go on to thinking of these new codes that can help people. We always use our pig emoji when we send each other messages in the morning. That's a, are you awake?
Morning,
so I send the snout, you send the little piggy. Perhaps we could just make this a thing of all the Peri-Pigs out there. You don't have to explain yourself. Just send a little pig emoji to your friends and then they'll just know from there. Yeah. And you don't have to say, it's because of this. You can just go, I'm really sorry. I'm not going to be able to make it.
Pig emoji.
That's it.
There's a variety of pig emojis and you can create them. You can have a laughing pig emoji. You can have a crying pig emoji. I think you can have a poo pig emoji.
Love that.
There's many different emojis you can have. Yeah. Use them like a language. And like hieroglyphics. You know, like when you go to the pyramids. We can base it, or like,
in years and years, way in the future. So when they uncover,
they uncover this house, the sky.
It'll be technology they uncover. So they'll be like, what is this device? And it'll be like our phones that they just won't use anymore because it'll be way in the future and it'll be something just floating in the air. And they'll go, this is a phone. This is how they used to communicate. And what are these hieroglyphics on here? These pigs. Unless this carries on into the future, maybe they'll find a cure. For like beyond HRT, maybe they'll find a complete and utter cure for us all feeling like this.
That would be nice.
It'll be ancient history to be a Peri-Pig.
Let's hope for the future that they can wipe this out.
Yes, exactly.
Wipe this out. It's
Make
horrible.
it extinct.
Make it extinct because it's so goddamn annoying.
Yeah, I know. So I've got this, my next question for you today.
Go.
It's totally random and it's not really to do with Peri, but it was something that came up for me this week, which really got me thinking. So totally random. When you get in the shower, do you face the shower or do you face away?
I think I start by facing the shower.
Are you a spinner?
Yeah.
So you rotate?
Face the shower. Shower over, get everything wet, turn round, wet the hair, put the shampoo on, then face the shower. Yeah, I'm all over the place.
So I read this thing that neurodivergent people tend to be people that face away from the shower. I always face away from the shower because my priority, I always start with the shampoo wash in my hair. So I have to, I sort of start by wetting my hair, facing away from it. And then obviously do my shampoo and all of that. And then there's a bit of rotating going on because obviously you've got to get all areas of your body. But majority of my shower is spent facing away from it.
This is fascinating.
Right?
I've never heard of
and
this.
So then I was reading this thing online and then people were going, there was like this debate and people were going, well, of course you face towards the shower. Have you ever seen a movie where someone's facing away? They're always facing the shower. You know, Psycho, the famous film, she's facing the shower, isn't she, where he stabs her in the shower.
But do you think that sometimes in the movies the reason that they're facing the shower is because they can't show willies and fannies on the telly as easily as they can a bum?
Well, I just think they think it's, yes, there's that.
Because I think that you can show a bum on the telly more than you can show a willy or a fanny.
Yeah, true. But yes, they do always face the shower. But then someone else had put in these comments going, why would I want to get into a shower and be basically waterboarded? And that's how I feel. Like you're waterboarding your face. Like how do you do it? So when you're standing there and you're facing the shower, are you literally
under it? I think I'm kind of under it, but facing the wall that the shower's on. I'm not looking at the shower like straight in my face. I'm facing the wall of where the shower is attached. Letting it go over me and down the back, and then I'll put my shampoo, and then I'll have to turn around the other way to obviously rinse it off. And then I'll take do you then take the shower head off? And then you have to do that kind of washing because you've got to get your undercarriage.
Yes.
You've got to get it under there.
That's it, yeah. And so when you've ever stayed in hotels and you know it's like a fixed rain shower.
Oh, you've literally trying to get into some kind of position to wash your hands.
Yes.
Like that's
sort of a leg up in the air or a
bend over.
Yeah. They're not hygienic.
No.
Not hygienic.
No.
You just definitely need the manoeuvrability of a shower that comes off.
Do you know, you asked me a question earlier and it was, do you think your parents listen to this podcast? I'm going to say I hope they don't.
After this one, let's
really saying, sorry, Dad.
Don't want to put any of those images. Well, for any of I'm sorry, guys. Sorry for everyone for those mental images of the pigs having a shower.
A little curly tail in the air.
Pigs need to be clean too.
They do. After all that rolling round in mud, the mud of life. Then we do need to.
Exactly. So I was also going to say, sorry, I'm full of it today. I'm full of the questions.
That's good. You like a question.
So one of my questions I've got this week, because obviously we always do symptom of the week or we do a rage of the week. I've just had some odd things happen this week. So I've not essentially, I've not had like a symptom as such. It was a bit of an epiphany of, obviously we've got our holiday, up and coming holiday, and I was trying on my swimwear, and I noticed, and I don't know if it's just the new cuts of swimwear or if it's just where I've lost a lot of weight and my body's changed so drastically. My swimwear seems to show a lot of my bum cheek, and it's like, is it the change in the body? Is it like the sagging of your body, the spread? Is it just the way it sits differently on the old Peri body here?
Could be.
Because I've never been so aware of how much cheek is shown in swimwear. Because obviously you don't sit there staring at other people's arses, do you? But I'm gonna now, because I need to know what's going on here.
We're going to be sat there around that pool looking at the amount of cheek exposure on people now, aren't we?
Because it makes me feel very, very naked.
Yeah, I like a good bum coverage.
Yeah, but then with a full bum coverage, that would be like a full brief, essentially, in your swimwear. You then have that, I think it doesn't do anything for your legs, because it can kind of cut your legs off.
Yeah.
And you look a bit...
It's a very tricky thing to get the right fit, isn't it? Because you cannot often, unless you're a very, very slim person with a very small amount of body fat, I've always found, regardless of what size or I am, you cannot wear the same size swimwear that you buy your clothes. Like, I wear like a size... I'm probably a size 9. I'm somewhere between an 8 and a 10. 10's much more comfortable. I can squeeze into an 8 if I've not eaten too much in a week. But if it's swimwear, I won't go below a size 12 in a swimwear.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Because I cannot... Stuff just blubbers out the top.
That's it. And then it's like length of your body on swimming costumes. I struggle with that.
Yeah, you don't want
a short
front
torso.
Yeah.
I remember being told that when... This was years ago, and I was trying on bridesmaids' dresses, and the lady in the shop said to me, very casually, she goes, "We've got a very short torso, and that's why they're not fitting." And I just, this was something I didn't know existed. But ever since then, I've realised that's why I struggle sometimes with like certain dresses or swimwear. Because it's too... Yeah. Do you know about your... Like, have you got a regular torso?
I don't know about my torso, but we all know I've got a short leg.
Yeah. But your short leg's probably in proportion with your
I don't
with your
think,
wee body.
Probably. Yeah, I don't know that I've got... Yeah, I think I've got an average... I don't know. Again, something to look up and measure.
Yeah. So what's got your... So anyway, that was just my fascination of the week. Has anything got you ragey this week?
Yeah, a bit. I think... I wouldn't say ragey. I would say, you know those things that make you mutter to yourself, talk out loud, because they just get on your nerves.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that we often end up going back round to slagging our husbands off.
But it's so much fun.
It's so much fun. It's therapeutic. And it's especially funny when we know that your husband's the one that helps edit the podcast. You know that he has to edit listening to us slagging him off. Well, it's his fault.
We just done a very evil laugh there, didn't we? We're like...
Folding of clothes. So I fold my clothes. So you take clothes off, and you've got certain clothes that you take them off and they go straight in the wash basket. You know, your socks go in the wash basket. Often the T-shirt I've had, go in the wash basket. However, the jeans, I'll take them and I fold them up, and I've got a chair in my dressing room, so the jeans would go on the chair, folded up nicely. My husband also has a chair. The difference is his clothes aren't folded up nicely. They're in a
he's
pile,
a crumpler.
Or he's a crumpler, a bundler, a chucker. It really gets on my nerves, because I'll see this pile on his chair and go, okay, well, it just looks a mess, so I'm going to take it off and fold it up. But then I pick up the crumpled T-shirt and think, well, there's no saving that now. So, I'll put it in the wash, shall I? Why did no one teach him how to fold his clothes?
Because
Or why does he refuse to fold his clothes?
it's a magical house that he lives in, and he leaves them there, and then magically they just end up being washed, laundered.
So I'm there
back.
and I'm folding up the clothes and putting them in a pile on the chair if I feel that they're appropriate to be worn again, or I put them in the wash. And it just irritates me. I don't have all this spare time. Why have I got to do this? You don't do this with my clothes. You don't have to. Very, very annoying. Do you have this?
Oh, so I call it the clothes mountain. With my piggy husband. So it's a similar scenario. He's got it's like the top of a cupboard, set of drawers type thing. That's his area, allotted area. It goes from being a pile into a small mountain. And then I try to ignore it. And then I got to the point the other day, and we were in the bedroom. He was on the bed. Oh, he was putting some other bits away because I'd given him an instruction. I was like, there's loads of washing that needs putting away now. So he was doing that. And then I looked at the clothes mountain and I just, with both hands, swooped it off the side so it all just like collapsed onto the floor. And then I was like, right, we're going to play a game now. So I'm going to hold each item up and you're going to tell me if it's clean or dirty. And so we went through. Out of the clothes mountain, only 2 items were left folded and put back onto a pile. So everything else needed to be washed.
So it could have just been put straight in the wash.
Why did I have Mount Kilimanjaro in my bedroom? Why did I... And then I'd gone from having a fairly empty wash bin to a very full one. So I had another job to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I feel the pain.
It's
totally.
just utterly frustrating.
People must have this with kids and teenagers and that. I know they're bad for this.
But these aren't kids and teenagers. They're not kids or teenagers. They're apparently fully grown men that have jobs and drive cars, you know?
Yeah. It's so fun. I wonder, we need to ask them and say, I just don't know if they'd be brave enough.
Can we interview them on here and ask these questions?
I want to say, like, these type of things, what do we do that really, really irritates you?
Well, they wouldn't dare tell us. They wouldn't dare tell us. I don't think they're too frightened.
Because they're not Peri, are they? So they just, like, they won't feel that same rage over stuff like that. Because they're doing it in the first place. And they're not doing it to hurt us or to upset us. What they don't like us doing,
do you know what I think that would annoy them that we do? We ask them to do things, we tell them to do things. And that's the whole irony of this, is they don't like it when we're, quote unquote, nagging, bossing them around, telling them what to do, fussing, whatever you want to call it. We wouldn't do that if we didn't have things. We shouldn't be asking them. It's not my job to give you a set of instructions of what to do. No, there's no manual that I was given on how to run my house or how to do things.
Yeah. There is no manual to life, is there? Yes, that's why we're almost writing one with this pod, aren't we? We're trying to sort of get some...
The Peri-Pig man manual.
Yes. Or just life manual. How do you get through this awful time? I wonder if... Nope, it's gone.
No, oh dear.
My thought's gone.
Your thought's gone.
Where was I going with that?
I've no idea. This happens, doesn't it? Where were you going?
Who
are you?
Where are we? What are we
doing?
On here?
What day of the week is it?
Nope. It's almost like you've got a switch and there's someone else controlling this on-off switch to your brain.
Someone's just turned it off with no prior warning.
Yeah.
Like a power cut.
Yes.
Like a power cut.
To your brain, isn't it? And it's like someone is just having a big old joke with you and they go, click. And wherever you were in a conversation or a flow, bang, it goes. Has that ever happened to you at work, like where you've literally just gone, and someone's had to help you?
I think it has, but I can't recall a time. But generally, if I'm going into a meeting or into something, I've got stuff prepared and written down. But yeah, I think that probably has happened before. Again, going back to last week when we were talking about like new jobs and stuff, that's one of my fears, is when you've got to talk to people, present to people, and if you just forget your flow, there's nothing worse.
Oh, it's awful, isn't it? And it's, power cut of the piggy brain. That's what happens. And this is why you have to write everything down. There's no kind of talking off the cuff with important stuff, is there? So, yeah, you have to live your life scripted in any serious situations that you need to be in, or you just need people to. So when we saw our lovely friend today for some treatments, for some beauty treatments, and she was saying that people finish her sentences for her because she'll just go, because she was saying something and I went, words, because that's what I do. You know, like you'll be talking and go, nope, can't remember the word for it. And you just stop dead. So, yeah, she says that she finds people are just finishing what she was going to say now.
Do you think that's why we talk over each other? Because actually we can tell when each other's going to run out of words. I mean, we don't run out of words very often, let's be honest.
No.
But we did that one day, and I think we talked about this, that one day in the car where we just both got turned off at the same time.
We had when we are together, we could spend, well, we've been on a holiday and stuff together, and from the second we wake up, we will talk. We can't even sit. Remember when we were sat around the pool and we were trying to listen to a book,
that audio book about... Oh, God, what was that called?
It was Rushing
Women Syndrome, yes.
And we couldn't get through more than a minute or so because we would look at each other because this person would say something interesting or relatable and you'd hit pause and then we would then spend another half an hour discussing what had just been said for a minute. We can go for hours, days, weeks, constantly. We're always nattering.
It's like a marathon.
We can't watch a TV programme or a film because we're constantly
we tried
talking.
that earlier and it's like, I'm going to have to watch it again.
Yeah. So this is why, like, when we're watching stuff like maths, we're messaging each other, because obviously we're in our own homes then, and we're messaging each other. And that works so much better, because if we're sat together, we don't actually get to see the programme.
This is true.
Messaging.
This is true.
But yeah, so I was driving, and then we were driving along, and I think, maybe 5 minutes had gone by, where we'd both fallen silent, and we were both just in our own heads, obviously thinking about something else. And then you just... You turned around to me and you went, what's happened? We haven't spoken in like 5 minutes. Well, I nearly crashed that car because I couldn't breathe. Because in all the years I've known you, I don't think we've ever had that, where we've been silent.
It was so funny.
For like 5 minutes.
I think the husbands were just in bliss.
Back, nattering.
Yes.
They were nattering
They'd taken over.
Maybe we had homed in to them and were listening to them, I don't know.
And it's not often that we sit in the front and they sit in the back.
No, and I was driving. Like that's
reverse
so weird.
roles. We turned into men.
Yeah.
And they turned into us.
But we didn't know what to do with ourselves because it's like... Yeah, men can they can sit in silence a bit more comfortably or happily.
I think they wish they got to sit in silence much more often, let's be honest. This is why I'm allowed to semi-live here. Yeah. Like, I used to spend time with people. I remember, like, when I was single and I'd have friends that weren't, and I'd be invited round, and I'd always feel like I was a little bit of a third wheel, or I was in the way. Or I'd think, oh, God, I bet their husband or partner would be like, oh, for goodness sake, she's coming round again. Whereas here... He can't wait for me to get here. He is joyful when I walk in because he literally hands you over to me and we go off to another room and he's like, thank God.
It's respite.
I can sit here on my own. He went for a nap earlier. He asked your permission if he could go for a nap earlier.
Yeah.
You granted it.
I did.
Because he knew that you were fine. He didn't need to keep you occupied.
I was a happy little pig, wasn't I?
Yeah.
And off I trotted.
And he got to have his nap.
Bestie.
And now he's gone off to have his rum.
Yeah.
In the other room.
His rum tum
sat
tum.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah, so actually, yeah, it probably helps them a lot, doesn't it? Yeah, so we don't often sit in silence, do we? Because our thoughts are... Because of that, thoughts come into your brain and then you have to allow those thoughts to come out of your brain before you forget them.
Definitely. And I forget things a lot of the time. And so I have to get it out. And that's what we talked about with the over-talking thing yesterday, wasn't it? How you've just got to get it out your brain.
So your brain doesn't work as well and you just have to say the words before they leave. So I think that's probably a lot of why we do a lot of yabba yabba,
yes,
isn't it? And just talk.
Gap fill until the word comes back to you.
Yes. Like, what do they call it on TV when they're filling, the time filling?
Yes.
Again, there's a word for it. What's the word?
Don't know what it is.
What's the word? I think whatever that word is, what a prime example. What's the word?
I don't know.
And this is where you then get angry with yourself going, I should know this.
Yeah,
I should know
I
this.
don't know.
And you don't.
I literally don't know.
But
on that note,
on that note...
I don't know if we've got any words left.
Yes, we've run out of words.
Run out of words. We've run out of steam.
Shall we try sitting in silence again in a minute? Let's just sit in... No, we can't do it, can we? We'll find something else to yabba yabba. So hope you guys are all having a good week and a good week ahead. And I hope that you find more words than us. Have a good one, everyone. Thank you
See you later.
Oink, oink. Thanks for hanging out in the Peri-Pigs sty with us.
If you had a good time, give us a follow or hit subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. And if you know someone who'd enjoy this too, share it around and spread the Peri-Pig love.
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok.
Come and say hi and drop us a comment to let us know how you are.